that happens in this room?
Oh, it's an activity in this room, yeah.
Okay.
We think schizophrenic?
We were told, yeah, that there was somebody schizophrenic that did stay in this room.
Okay.
I know we've been in here and we've been talking and like we'll get loud bangs over on the
Usually from this
TV
one.
thing, cabinet and stuff over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, but I was standing over in that corner one time investigating and she thought someone was standing next to me and I was all in the corner. She thought there was a person. I was like, no.
He said, is there someone next to you? No, I'm just standing here. I said, oh, okay, well.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
But yeah, I mean, mostly just some banging things in here.
Okay.
We have had employees that worked here
That
that come through and given us information about, you know,
Like
people,
one guy that was
patients.
supposed to be like plumbing or whatever.
Oh, in that closet.
In the closet right behind you, they said that when he was here working, some guy hung himself from the door handle
Yeah.
of this closet. So he tied it just short enough for when he sat down, it would hang him.
This is a rec room?
Yeah.
Growling from that
Flashlight
chair?
activity if you're into that. Some people
Yeah.
are, some people aren't. We've gotten flashlight throughout this hallway in here.
This is mainly where we do get a lot of little kid stuff.
Okay.
And I do know that somebody that investigated upstairs got a photo in the
I don't have
hallway.
that picture.
Oh, okay.
Josh has that.
Of what looked like a
A little
little
kid.
girl, or a little kid, I guess I should
Yeah.
say. And, yeah, I'm trying to think, well, that room there, we don't go in a whole lot, but this one with the door on it, the one that's open, on the right.
That's a
That's
just
it.
go up and down. My boyfriend's little sister, he had to reuse it, so he brought her out here because he wanted to come out.
Well, we were letting a group in, and we just were here early, it was like this time of day, I mean, we just came in.
She was terrified of this.
Yeah.
She said there was like guys in here and she
But
would
she's
not go to this room.
She didn't, doesn't
But
know
the rest of the
anything
building,
about
she'd just run around in the pitch black or whatever, just went off by
Yeah.
herself for like, okay. But this is one room she was
She didn't
terrified
want-
of.
yeah.
Yeah, and if you're that young, you know, you're susceptible.
This was
Right.
like the medicine room.
This was like where they distributed the medications and
Okay.
things.
Wasn't it said there was an overdose?
I thought an
over
employee
here?
told us there was
Someone
an
broke in
overdose.
here.
This room we do a lot.
Ooh, yeah.
We spend some time in here when we come out just on our own to investigate. We have gotten a lot of flashlight activity, and I mean
We've used the
almost.
ghost box and the flashlight,
Yeah.
and we're like, can you turn the flashlight on and over ghost box? You hear a flashlight, and then right after that, the flashlight turned on.
Oh, cool. And they did tell us that patients in here
Would
would
see things on the
see
wall.
things on the walls.
Mhm.
And I'm sure they just thought they were crazy.
Yeah.
You know, maybe they really did, is what we've, you know,
And then,
wondered.
okay, well, we don't know for sure, but like, have you seen The Conjuring?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and then-
We
did
were
get
just
a
like
funny
messing
thing.
around, and we were asking it to do it and stuff, and we were sitting here, my brother was sitting in that chair, and right behind him, we hear the, right behind him. We got it recording and everything.
Everything, and we just went.
They all didn't think anything of it, I was like,
Yeah.
oh gosh, you gotta be kidding me, right? Yeah, like,
And then as soon as she said that, I was like, oh, you're right, that was weird. We went back and listened, and sure enough, plain as day.
mhm.
Yeah, it was really something kind of weird.
So yeah, they've played hide and clock out here with it.
So is it just the 2 floors then and then the
Yeah,
basement?
Yeah,
okay.
There is an attic, we have to walk on the beams and stuff, so, no,
Now-
it's up there.
Which, was it that hallway that they got that picture?
Yeah, it was down there right in front of that end room.
And I will say that last year, we had, like, a local news came out on Halloween,
Oh,
and,
okay.
we were in this hallway with the reporter, and they were doing like live
Live.
segments from here, and we got, do you even remember what it was now? A little kid.
And it was something about like daddy or something, wasn't it?
It was something about, where's my daddy, or Daddy, where are you? It was something, and we all heard it. Even the reporters who were
I've
kind of
never done anything
skeptical.
like that.
skeptical, yeah. And then we went back down and listened to it on audio, and it was on there. So it made for a great segment when they were shooting
Oh
live.
yeah.
So it's been a little bit of little kid stuff up here, but
Not too much, mostly the rest.
So was that the poor farm for children or just all through the
there
whole?
were children here.
There, yeah,
On the
this
fourth
was all
farm?
ages, I think.
Yeah. So
And then what, Uncle Jay, which, yeah, he was touched in this room. And my
200?
brother got like, his hand got really cold and over recording, I grabbed you.
so we've gotten some activity in there.
Okay.
I've seen a figure on the wall in this room, so, I don't know, we kind of sit in there and just try to get things to happen.
Have you guys seen full body apparitions at all? I mean, I know you've had reports, but you personally?
No, I wouldn't say.
I don't, Yeah, it's insane. I know we've seen things come at us and stuff, not necessarily like
More
I
of
don't
like
know.
in a shadow form,
Shadow
more
Shadow
of
form,
like,
yeah.
yeah, and that would have been, and that's usually a lot in the
Basement.
basement.
Okay.
We get that a lot down there.
that
But,
room. There's a girl in there supposedly that doesn't like guys, and we've gotten people that have gotten scratched in there. Up here somewhere, I got burned on my shoulder, almost like someone
Oh,
put a cigarette
really?
out on my
yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah, we were just in the middle of the day, we were out
We
here
were just
working,
picking
cleaning
up
up.
stuff.
And it just so happened that my son was cleaning out some cigarette butts. And we don't know if there's any connection
And then it
there.
happened again not too long after because we were like, oh, well, if you think you're so cool and you could burn me, we'll do it again. And then it happened again
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
same spot, too.
So no, don't dare
So-
these ghosts.
Yeah, don't dare.
Yeah.
It's like the person just evaporated.
Yeah. Disappeared.
Yeah, really, it was amazing how much was just left here.
Yeah.
And our understanding was that,
They had too many updates too, like an elevator broken and stuff
right,
like
and
that.
that when they needed to move the patients, they didn't even tell them they were moving them. They said, we're going on an outing, and then just didn't bring them back.
We've had the sheriffs have come out here and like told us stories of when they've had to come out here because patients are like out of control and stuff. They like get jumped on by them.
Yeah, a lot of stories of drug usage,
Yeah.
selling, sex for drugs out of here. And this is coming from the sheriff's department.
Yeah.
you know,
Because they were gonna make
county.
this their department,
Yeah.
but they decided not to because everyone was like, I'm not making it the department.
Yeah, we won't work
We
anymore,
won't
we
work
have to be
anymore.
in there,
And
yeah.
so you guys bought it.
So my mother-in-law went, hey, I'll buy
He
it.
likes
you
my door is always open.
Even if you shut it,
And,
that's open.
push it shut.
Is it a closet?
Yeah.
Mhm. And we have done that.
And we
were
walked
showing
away.
the lady.
Let's make a note, where are we? 227, by 227.
We were showing the lady through, and we went
We
down the
closed
hall.
the door too.
And we came back, and it was
Open
open.
again.
And I went, okay, well, it is shut though.
Yeah, I mean, and it's
It's
pretty,
fully shut,
I
yeah.
mean, you really, that's
It's
not
not-
gonna pop right
Right.
open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Well, this room has a bit of a story to it.
A girl was raped and murdered supposedly right before.
In
So-
228.
This is, I mean, and that was what a medium
A medium
had,
told us.
yeah,
So.
passed this on. So, obviously, everybody's interested in coming in here and.
We've had people, I know I have, we've laid in the beds and it feels like someone's like touching your legs and stuff at times. And me and another girl had a camera sitting on that dresser, like completely flat on the dresser. And we went back and watched the video and the camera went from being completely flat to like putting straight up just at our heads.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
whole thing moved.
And then another group was here and they got a picture of a little girl in that mirror. I think I have it.
Do you have that one on your phone? Yeah. Yeah.
But I can show you guys how it
Yeah.
is. Yeah.
Which is cool. Now, see if you can maybe pick this up on the camera.
But there's like,
Oh, yeah, sure.
yeah, there's a girl in the mirror that they caught. So,
Oh, now I see her,
Yeah, and
Oh,
that's
I've
in
seen her perfectly.
Can you see it on the film?
Yeah. looks
Okay.
like it.
Do you care if we put that in our show?
no, you can go for it.
Okay.
It's pretty creepy.
Yeah, it is.
But it's a little girl. And
Yeah,
the- these are very old dressers, too.
I wondered, with the camera sitting on there and doing that time, if it has something to do with that dresser.
Yeah.
If there's some,
Connection.
connected to that
Yeah.
dresser. Yeah.
But we've gotten a lot of tapping.
We don't come up here too often, and I don't know, a little while ago, maybe a month ago, been that long?
Yeah.
We decided, let's go up there and sit. We haven't sat up there for a long time.
Oh, yes, okay.
And so we were sitting here, we were just kind of visiting, and all of a sudden thought we'd do the whole,
Doctor.
the nurses are coming, I
Yeah,
think they have your
body and stuff
shots,
like
and,
that.
and we heard a loud bang come from out in the hallway.
really?
And then what sounded like
Recording, you
footsteps.
hear footsteps
Yeah.
running
Yeah.
down the hall.
A lot of activity.
Is what was the old padded room, and there's
Okay.
like the grating and stuff, and
Okay.
you can see where they cut it off the window. We tied up one of our team members here,
Oh.
and we left him in there. But we used his jacket, so we put it on backwards, zipped
Oh,
it
sure.
up, and like knotted
Like
his
a
sleeves.
straight jacket.
And we had the camera sitting on him, and he, we're down in the cafeteria, and he yells at us, and he goes, guys, my sleeves just came untied. And we knotted him 4 times. And we went back and looked at the video, and it's just his sleeves were set at his sides.
Oh, wow.
Tool room, we tend to sit in here, and you can watch the shadows and things
A lot of times, whether you're
down
Organ.
down at the end of
at
the
this end of
hall.
the hallway,
Okay.
you can almost see it pacing. And it's a big shadow form.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, yeah.
I know I've
Good
come out
size.
here crying because we
Yeah.
saw someone come out of the padded room at us.
And we have seen it come right at us.
Yeah, and we tend to get a lot of stuff back in this area because we think it likes to hide in the dark corners and all that. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
When it gets dark
Have you
out-
had anybody, either, you guys or somebody's investigated that's like gotten like physically pushed or hurt or anything like
I
that?
mean, like I
or-
said, we've had the scratches, and
The
that's been
scratches.
upstairs. I'm
Okay.
trying to think of down here.
Down here, I know like a lot of energy gets drained from people at times.
Okay.
Like when my brother was here, he was with his one friend, and it was just the two of them. And he got drained of all his energy, and my brother was scared that like he was gonna get taken over or something, and there was nothing he was gonna be able to do because he was about to fall over on the ground. Glass plates down here. Another group was setting up their cameras, and that glass plate, what's left of it, was chucked at them.
Yeah, you saw that on the film footage.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's part of the plate.
So, and a lot of times, I mean, what we have found in here, and I can see other people obviously do the same thing, is we tend to kind of like sit towards the walls because it seems like it likes the walls and the darkness against the walls. Like it doesn't want to come out.
Into the center.
Right, and so we've started sitting with our backs to the walls and trying to force it out, And we had some just pretty weird experiences when it was still light like this, and we would sit here and just watch it get dark. And as it would get dark, you felt more and more, kind of threatened because it just,
You can see the dark clothes.
it's a really weird experience.
You
You, one
forgot.
person down here, be careful.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what my feeling would
Well,
be.
we all agreed we probably weren't gonna do one in the basement. So we
Yeah, it would be the one place in the whole building that I would say.
Yeah, I would not condone.
Just because we feel like what's could be down here, it could be, a little bit more
Dangerous.
threatening or.
Right.
Yeah,
But,
but normally you can just like look down the hall and shadows. You can see
It's
like
very,
big.
very dark down
Yeah.
here. It will be very dark.
And so it is so dark that when you see something, you're like, okay, like, that there's
Right.
nothing you can be because it's
Right.
too dark down here for another
Right.
shadow or something to be down here. Okay, they do have old boiler room. We've been down here with a guy that worked here, and we all heard what we thought was the stereo they were playing, and we went over and it's not plugged in or anything, it doesn't work. But it was like old time like jazz music. But it was said that they burned the bodies here or like buried them. We don't know for sure, but
Like I said, it's an old boiler room, and I don't know that there's any truth to that. We have had
mediums. and
medium,
stuff,
just a couple people in general say there were people buried in here.
or tortured down here. And
Right.
stuff.
Well, from the people that work here, we've had no stories of that or anything. I've told them, well, what's possible is that when the building was built, it could have been built over something, some type of.
Because this wasn't where the
burial
original
site.
poor farm was. The original poor farm was over where that barn is right next door.
The actual
That's where
building.
the actual building was before
Right.
they tore it down and then they built this over here.
Okay.
Right.
So it's like they did bury bodies or something and they buried it here and then they built the building on top. I mean,
Sure.
you could get
I
stuff
mean,
from
that long ago, in a
Yeah,
poor
who
farm, who
knows, yeah.
knows? And
Yeah.
so, that's kind of been our feeling before about the grounds in general.
Yeah.
Who knows where people could have been just buried.
Sure.
Especially in a poor farm, maybe had no families,
Yeah.
and, so. And then, I'm trying to think, when was the poor farm built? Oh, gosh, I know this.
Was it like 1800?
Well, it was certainly 1900s, I want to say.
Yeah.
Because this was built in 1911,
11?
I was going to say. So, yeah. Yeah,
We've been in here and we thought something crawled into the room.
yeah.
There was a dark shadow that like was
Crawling.
on the floor. Yeah.
that'd be creepy.
Yeah, it was
That-
weird.
That's the worst,
Yeah. Yeah.
That kind of creeps me out,
This is just like the staff little lounge
We
area.
need more cameras to cover this place though.
Yeah, no, I told
I take pictures of it
you,
because
so
it's
we
so
only need
cool.
like 30 more.
This is what St. Croix Paranormal does.
You can probably shut that off.
Holy cow, look at all the cameras.
Hello, and welcome to St. Croix Paranormal's TV show. I'm Jill.
I'm Donna.
I'm Stephanie.
I'm Teresa.
And today we're going to talk about our visit to Edinburgh Manor, which we had a really, really awesome time. Well, at least Donna and I did. These two, they didn't really get a whole lot of experience.
They were really attached to you, though.
Yes, because Donna and I I dressed as a doctor. I had the doctor's coat, stethoscope, everything, because it was a manor, and that's what they dealt with. They had medical doctors there. Donna was my nurse, so I think as us portraying that is why we got so much interaction that night. We did have a lot of different things. We had a lot of different interaction amongst ourselves as well as with the equipment while we were there. We had the REM pod, and we also had the motion detector. The motion detector I had sitting downstairs in a hallway. Nobody was there. It went off a couple times during the night. First time it went off, Donna and I were upstairs. You two had left the building. Donna and I were up on the second floor, and we ended up hearing the motion detector going off. And nobody's in the building. It was just the most amazing thing, and you'll see me say how cool that was. And it was just ding, ding. We ended up going downstairs after a while and to check it out, and it happened twice in a couple different other rooms, and that was pretty cool. Plus, we heard that sound too.
Oh, yeah, we asked if there was anybody around, give us a sign, and it sounded like a door pin or, like
something metal falling
actually
off, yeah.
fell on the floor, and it was quite loud, but we couldn't find anything.
Yeah, we even looked during the daylight, see if we could find a metal screw. They have metal lockers there, so we were checking to see if something fell out of that, but it was pretty loud. I don't think it was just something that randomly fell, especially since it was instantaneously after we asked that question. So that's pretty cool. And then also our REM pod, and remembering with our REM pod, in order to set that off, somebody actually has to physically touch it for that to go off. So that went off like 3 or 4 times during the night. That was kind of cool. You guys came upon it one time too, walking down the hall.
We did, but it was after you guys were up there, and you had experienced all that stuff. Donna, you were by yourself, remember?
Oh,
and you
yeah.
had all
Oh,
that
yeah, the
stuff
first
going on.
time.
And then you guys were like, "You got to go check out the upstairs." We went up there. We didn't. I mean, nothing really. It went off one time, but we didn't get it on camera. It was just kind of an unexpected. You can hear it on camera, but you can't see it. So.
Yeah, I was sitting up there by myself, and I was sitting on the ground, and I had the K2 here, and the REM pod was down that way, and the REM pod went, and then all of a sudden I look over, and I could see the K2 just go, just like that. So something
Ran by.
flew by, ran
Yep.
by, whatever it
That's
did,
awesome.
it was there, and it went pretty quick. It was pretty awesome, actually.
And by yourself, even.
Yeah, I was by myself.
Even better experience when no one else is around.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
So why don't we take a look at all those clips of the REM pod going off and also the motion detector going off.
So the side walls are where the shadows are coming?
That's cool. Yeah. Put that camera on. Do you guys hear that beep right now? Somebody is walking in the rec room back and forth. That is freaking awesome.
Do you guys like this tree? Who's there? Are you coming in here to see us? Are you coming in to see us now? Were you in there and not coming back? Come in here and tell us your name.
I see no reflections or nothing.
There's nothing that would make that go off. Any emotion.
Hello, who's here? Oh, I came in.
bunch of you coming in so we can play games? That's great, you guys. That's really great. I'm so excited to play some games with you guys.
You did? REM pod's going off!
Awesome.
They ran by me and set that off and set this off at the same time.
That was a long one, like they were standing still.
Can somebody come in and please move something on the pool table? Thank you.
All right, EVPs. We got a ton of really, really good EVPs. We got men, we got women, we got children talking. It was just amazing. I like the one, we had a really good one where, I don't know if it was you or Teresa, somebody was asking if it was okay if we slept there, and you hear a man say, leave. And on this particular trip, we didn't have Steve. It was just us 4 girls. So when you're hearing a man's voice, that's telling you right there. And we had another couple good ones here. One of the kids said they were going to miss us as we were getting ready for bed, leaving. And then another really weird one you could hear, and if you take a listen, and we'll play this for you. We have a man upstairs. Nobody's on that floor at this particular time. You hear like a smack or a bang, and then you hear a man say, "I'll crack this." And that's just crazy to hear that sound plus what he's talking about. So I don't know what this gentleman was trying to do, but I just find it really interesting that we had that. And then just before bed, we had some woman say your prayers, which I thought was really, really cool.
Yeah. That is really cool, though, when you can get the series of events that happen to kind of put it all together and make it more...
Yeah, and especially if they're actually interacting with you and talking, you know, with what is going on, I think is really cool. Like, especially in the basement where we've got the Go Good, Stephanie and Teresa were setting up, and you hear go, and then they're leaving because they didn't hear the audible go, but it was just that split second they were headed up, and then you hear the guy say good, you know, like, good, get out of here, you're leaving. So I thought that was kind of cool interaction on that one. 1:30 in the morning, and it's verified that all 4 of us were down on the first level running a spirit box session. And we had a light that was in a room behind the camera set here, and then there's the room behind here, and you can see the light go on, stays on for about 10-15 minutes, and then it goes off. So I feel somebody or something was wondering what we were doing at that time of night, very, very late, and just got up out of bed, clicked the light on, goes, checks it out, oh, it's them, goes back, click. It was just the weirdest thing. I've never seen that happen before. And then Donna had a really cool thing. Why don't you talk about
The door?
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of odd. I was actually walking down this way to look at something in another room. And as I walked this way, I didn't feel anything odd, but as I was walking back, I thought one of these guys were shutting the door slowly, like trying to trick me or something. Here this door is like slowly shutting. I'm like, all right, who's doing that? And I grabbed the door, and it's like there's nobody there behind it. It's like, okay, who shut the door?
Yeah, and we actually caught that on film too, so we'll show you that. But it was I kind of got a kind of a creepy feel for it, because it's like Donna goes through and it's like they shut the door, like they're trying to shut her in, like you can't come back out.
You're not
So yeah, we got that on film, so we'll take a look at that clip.
How many years were you at this manor? Do you like being in the basement?
Well, that's our show for today from Edinburgh Manor. I hope you enjoyed our show. Catch us on Facebook. You can also see all our videos and TV shows at YouTube under St. Croix Paranormal. And we are also on Twitter. You can find us on Twitter at St. Croix Paranorm. So that's where we're located if you'd like to get a hold of us. Or you can give us a call toll free at 1-855-74-GHOST. And again, thanks for watching and have a good night.
Night all.